From beggar to millionaire, the power of relentless belief. Welcome to Moon of Wisdom. Today, we bring you an inspiring story of transformation, the tale of a beggar who turned his life around to become a millionaire. Let this story remind you, no matter how dark life seems, the power to rise lies within. Once upon a time in a bustling city in India, there lived a poor beggar named Ramu. Every day, he sat at the corner of a crowded street dressed in rags, holding an old tin bowl, hoping for a few coins. People passed by him without a glance. Some pitied him, most ignored him. But Ramu wasn't just a beggar, he had a dream. You see, every evening, after collecting whatever little he could, Ramu would sit beneath a banyan tree and stare at the sky. "I wasn't born to beg," he whispered to the stars. "I was born to build, to lead, to shine." One day, an old man stopped beside him and said, "You stare at the sky like a king. Why are you sitting here like a beggar?" Ramu smiled, "Because that's what the world sees me as. But inside, I know I'm not." The old man dropped a small, rough stone into Ramu's bowl. "This is no ordinary stone," he said. "Believe in its value and it will lead you to yours." Ramu looked at the stone. It was just a pebble, worthless, or so it seemed. But something changed that night. Ramu didn't sleep under the tree as usual. He walked across the city searching for work. People laughed, a beggar looking for a job? But Ramu kept walking. Finally, a tea vendor took pity and asked him to wash cups. It was nothing, but it was something, and Ramu did it with pride. Each day he worked harder, saved every coin. And every night he'd hold that stone and remind himself, "This is not who I am becoming." Years passed. Ramu moved from washing cups to selling tea, then owning a stall, then a shop. And one day, a cafe, stylish, clean, full of life. When people asked how he did it, he smiled and showed them the stone. "It reminded me of what I could be," he said, "not what I was." Ramu became a millionaire in 10 years. He built a chain of cafes, hired hundreds of people, and helped other poor boys find jobs. But he never threw away that tin bowl or the stone. He kept them in a glass case in his office to remind him not of his poverty, but of his purpose. One day, a journalist asked him, "What was your secret? Luck, hard work?" Ramu replied, "No, it was belief. I believed I was meant for more. The world gave me nothing, but I gave myself belief. And that was enough to change everything." Dear listener, your circumstances do not define your destiny. Your mindset does. Believe in your worth, even when no one else does. Hold on to your dreams, even when the world hands you stones. Because one day, those stones might just build your palace. If this story touched your heart, like, share, and subscribe to Moon of Wisdom for more stories that awaken the soul.